Hello everyone and welcome to another day, another league race of Tier 2 today of ERA. It's your host Gameboy, and with me in the comment box I have my good friend Nanun. Hey Nanun, what's up?
Hello, hello. Nice to be here.
Yes, and today we'll be commentating around Hungary. Hungary is the track scheduled for today, as it has been for Tier 1 2 days ago. And yeah. So that's it. Looks like the stream is off. I'm already getting replies. So yeah, looks like the McLaren of Dub Walters is the first one out on track for the quali.
Is it a full quali? Or?
It's a short quali. 18 minutes, we'll set up the grid, and then we have a 50% race to do the league race.
50%.
Yeah, 35 laps total. But yeah, as Dub Walters is going around the last corner, we'll ride on board with him. I'm gonna show you a lap around Hungary and my first lap around the track with Dub Walters. The stern one, the hairpin with the DRS enabled going into it, and also on the exit going towards turn 2. Also a little bit of DRS just to get some side-by-side action until the long left-hander, and then the quick right one flat out here to round off sector 1, and he is already going off track.
And stopped his lap.
And yeah, he invalidated.
He invalidated?
Yeah. But we'll move on to Frosty. Turn 4 over here, very difficult inside curb there. You want to hit correctly. If you don't, then the curb will send you off. But your long right-hander into a chicane of sector 2, and then we got some quick left and right corners of Hungary. Very noticeable of this one. So you can do the following right corner is flat. You can do it flat on this game, although you have to be precise in it. Puts in a purple sector 2 though, then we got a 90-degree right-hander into the final sector, and then a 180 turn, a U-turn leftwards and rightwards up the hill, and then DRS wide open on the exit of the final corner. Goes a little bit too short on towards the inside wall there, but puts in a 116.5 to open up quali. It was a very nice lap actually. Pro meanwhile puts in P2 with a 116.6. And is that Alex Mine on a lap? Yes, he is. Going through the final corner as well, putting in a 117.1 P3 for the man. And is that Polar Droog P4 with 120.2. Still a lot of improvement in that lap. And then James Ablett putting in P3, 116.7.
On the soft tires, well, 1 and 2 are both on the mediums.
Ah, you're correct, I see now. So they have like 8, 6 tenths, 7 tenths more in the soft tires, I guess. But there are Mastro on the soft tires, 115.7. So expectation pull time will be a low 15, high 14 if you got the pace. Well, it is tier 2 after all, so let's cut it off at 115 flat. So yeah, Laroche just put in a time, 118.4, also some time to be gained there. Not her favorite track from what I've heard. But you're riding on board of your favorite Jake now in the Red Bull, where he does not belong, didn't choose a car. He should be in the Mercedes, but yeah, it is what it is.
Nice though, changing the Mercedes for a Red Bull.
So yeah, going through the final corner there, and there's a 116.8 putting in P5 for the moment. We got multiple cars around the final sector as well, but none of them have not set a lap yet. And looks to be James Ablett. Did he improve it? No, he started a new one. Same goes for Laverty puts in P4. That was a very nice lap. 1:16.6. Kyle TV on the mediums puts in P2. 1:15.8 on the mediums as well. So yeah, it looks like one low 1:15s will be expected pull time. It seemed I lagged out again, I think. I did lag out. Jeez. I'm sorry, guys. Not what we want to see, of course.
You like that?
I did lag out.
Really
Amazing.
can invite you? Or?
Nah, I'm already going back in, mate.
Hi.
Let me check the YouTube if the stream is still streaming. Amazing internet connection here in the Netherlands, unfortunately. And we are back. And the noticeable
Sean
thing...
Froste is going for his hot lap right now. On the softs.
And Bronco just put in P3, I saw. 1:16.3 for the RB. Now, Walter just started this lap and Alex Mime is going to. Is Bronco on another lap though? Let me check. Looks to be on hot lap mode. Or is he actually saving? I actually no clue. Nah, he's way off 1 second.
Sean Froste's lap's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, he's 1.5 tenths up on this time. Going to the final corner of Sector 2 now. 7.5 tenths up. This is gonna be 1:15. Put it in the purple Sector 2 as well. So
yeah, Sector 2 was really fast.
I reckon. So through the final corner, go for rear wing open. Puts in pole position, 1:15.4.
Nice one.
That was a very nice lap indeed. Next up we have Aston Martin, which is on an out lap of DRS Maestro. And the two McLarens have DNF'd, retired. Looks to be a crash in the final corner of Sector 2 and a retirement in the pits. And what's going on here? No clue. We have Polar Droog starting his lap. Both Red Bulls are starting theirs too. Kyle right in front of Frosty, who's gonna start his lap as well. Frosty, is he gonna go in?
Frome is also driving 4 tenths below his own time. So it will be...
For me, Vroom is in the pits accelerating. I'm not joking.
And P4 it is.
P4 for Vroom was a very nice lap, although I couldn't see. Because
Hey, Sports, it's in the game.
DRS Marshall also is starting his lap, I think. Yes, he is. That was not his fast lap. It's that the Haas dog starting his lap as well. Puladrug is on the lap. P11 currently for him. Lots of improvements available to discover. And will it be an improvement? Yes, it will. 119.0, but unfortunately no improvement in position.
Oh, he needs a very fast sector too.
James Ablett now through the final corner puts in a 116.4 P6. Very lovely
Well,
done.
DRS is also below his time right now.
Akalto V puts in the fastest lap currently with 115.2.
DRS 0.4 seconds faster, so that will be very close.
He put in a purple sector 2 from what I saw. RB coming over the line with a Bronco, and he's starting his lap, but what will DRS do? P2 115.3, that was a very nice lap.
He lost a little bit of time in sector 3 though.
Now Dog's coming up on 59 P4, right behind his rival, behind him on the grid so far. Then we have one of the Alpines. Is that Lordy? Yes, it is. Starting another lap. Our Polar Juke is going into the pits. James Ablett is not on a lap, and neither is Kyle, I think. Nope. So let's run on board with Lawarji. Is she gonna improve this lap? So we'll go
1.7 seconds faster in sector 1. But no, that's weird.
0.9, 9/10 faster. Or is that Dogs?
I don't know.
Nah, Dogs is down in this time. Now Lawarji going through the chicane now. Then we got the zigzag left-right corners of Hungary. But she's did not enable the battery anymore. So she's on another outlap, as we like to say. DRS is just doing DRS things. And yeah, that making Lawarji the only one on track currently, as both DRS and Dogs go into the pits. So one man, or woman I should say, now on the track, starting her lap. Down into P1. Heartbreaking over here at 100 meter board. Then long right corner. DRS open on towards turn 2. Jeez. Keep it close to the curb, but don't touch the curb as you will spin out. Flat out right-hander. Then we come towards turn 4. Takes a lot of curb as you shoot, but lost the back end just a little bit. Now through the right-hander, don't touch the inside curb there either. Into the chicane. That was very lovely done. Now through the zigzag part of Hungary. Yeah, you can make abuse of the curbs if you want to. But yeah, keeps it nice within the white lines. No invalidation so far. Final sector now. Right-hander, then the 2 U-turns. Going up the hill. On the right hand side we have the pit entry, but we don't want to miss that. We want to go one further away into the final corner. DRS open, and it will be a 116.1. 5th place currently for Lawarji. 6 is for Bronco currently.
Not on my screen. 5 is from. 6 is Lawarji, 7 Bronco.
For me, Rome is a P8. What's going on?
That's strange. What was his time at your screen?
116.6 for Rome.
116.1.
That would put him P5. Polo Juke starting his lap now, and so will Bronco.
It's only 5,000s.
By 5,000s? Jeez, those two are
Lawarji and Rome, yeah.
He goes vroom vroom into the track.
Yeah.
But yeah, Polar Juke now on the lap, going through sector 1. Is he gonna improve? He is actually down on this time by a 10th. And it seems to be yellow flag. Is that Kyle? Kyle letting everyone by as he shoots, being the guy on the outlap. LaRodri retired in the pits. Will not be able to make another improvement, but Bronco is up on his time by a tenth. Meanwhile, Polar Drew going through sector 2, 2.5 tenths up his lap. Come on, Polar Drew. You can do it. Now switching back to Rome. Rome 4 tenths up on his time. Bronco is down in his time by 1 second. Not what you want to see. And I think Polar Drew did make an improvement, but by 8 tenths, not improving his position though. That's Dog starting his lap. Bronco now coming over the line. He was 1 second down, and this looks to be he's 1.7 down on his best time. So no improvement for him, unfortunately. CalTV managed to do another. Nope, he's starting his whole lap now. My apologies. Same goes for Frosty. Rome now around the final corner puts in a 1:15.6. Come on, boy, P4. Your favorite Jake starting a lap now in the wrong cover. He's gonna hear it all day long now. DRS will be the last one to start a lap. Meanwhile, James Ablett was not improving on his time, was actually 1/10 down. And now we have Polar Drew going into the pits. But now, Dogs, is he improving? Yes, he is. 5 tenths after sector 2. One more corner to go for this man. Can he put it in pole? And his answer is no. P3, very solid starting position if he managed to stay there. But Bronco now right behind him. Bronco is not going to start another lap. But puts in an improvement to P6. Meanwhile, Kyle TV finished, puts in another improvement over 1:14.7. This man should be in tier 1 from the looks of it. Same goes for Frosty, 1:14.9. And Rome is going into the pits. James Ablett, that was your favorite Jake actually crashed on the track where Ablett now drives by?
No, he just retired.
He retired on the track?
No, he went off track and then retired.
Okay, yeah, usually you have to go into the pits then to retire. But anyway, James Abbott will pull in the pits as well, same goes for DRS. He invalidated this lap. So yeah, this will be our final starting positions, unless someone made a position grid penalty, but didn't. So Kyle TV takes pole position ahead of Sean Frosty on the front row, DRS Maestro and his rival Dogs on the second row. Next up we have Rome, Bronco, LaRodri, James Ablett, Jake and Alex Mime rounding off the top 10. And then we have Doug Walters and Pododruk driving behind. So yeah, this is looking to be an exciting race. What are your thoughts, Nanan?
I'm wondering who is on the second position in leadership.
I think it was LaRodri. She's currently in P7 and Dogs leading the way. Although the points difference is not that big.
Where's the DRS in the leadership?
Where's the what?
Where is the DRS Maestro standing?
DRS Maestro, let me check for you. Look at the standings right here. DRS Maestro currently in P5 and 173 points. Dogs leading the way with 235 ahead of LaRodri. 16 points the difference between those two. Jake in P3 with 5 points behind LaRodri. And at P4, Rome with 191, 23 points behind Jake.
Well, Jake was not that fast. Is that qualifying?
Well, neither is LaRouche, but everyone has his own tricks and everyone has his weak tricks.
And this track is going to be mayhem in the race, probably.
Why am I in a car? This should not be right. Okay. This is not right. Let me just exit the main menu and get back in. For some reason I got into a car, which is not the way we go, but we got a couple of minutes of break before we start the race. So people get the chance to adjust their setups, adjust their strategies, and go for a quick bathroom break if needed. So yeah, what's the weather looking like? Looks to be dry from what I just saw quickly. Is there gonna be a rainy session later? And there you have my name retired as it should be, not on the track anymore. But yeah, everyone's starting on the mediums. I've driven this track myself in Tier 1 2 days ago. From my experience, you want to start on the mediums because you want to get rid of that tire as fast as possible. If you have put on the harder allocation, you get 2 sets of hards, and I would recommend using both of them. So 2-stop, if you ask me, medium hard, going towards the end. However, everyone has his own strategies, and let's forget about the softs, because softs are definitely not the way to go around this track. But you have 14 corners, the 2 Frenchmen leading the way into turn 1. Or will it be Dearest Maestro or either dogs on the leading the way after turn 1? We shall see. But yeah, people having a break, making sure to loose up those hands a little bit, give them a little break before it's all gloves on till the end of the race. So Nanon, do you like this track? By any chance?
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I like it because there are a few high-speed corners in Sector 1, I believe, or beginning of Sector 2.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Sector 3 is also like pretty fast. A lot of downforce.
It is quite a unique track for sure. Got a little bit of action, got a straight. Not many overtaking possibilities though.
No, it's quite narrow.
And it looks to be Dearest Maestro got disqualified? Yes sir. Back on the grid for him. I just got a message from Dogs that he got kicked out of the session, so let me just invite him back. I'm going to all the screens except the right one. And he is back in the lobby, Mr. Doggo. So yeah, Kyle, can Kyle keep the lead after the start? This man is known for his track limits. Now let Hungary be a track where track limits are a very big issue as well, just like Austria. We got a couple of corners which they are very trigger happy for these track limits. Or will it Sean Frosty taking up the challenge into turn 1? First warming up the tires, and everyone is starting on the mediums except Bronco. Bronco actually starting on the hards. Interesting.
Kyle's pretty fast. He's gonna wait a long time for the rest of the grid as forms up.
Yeah, and Dogs, I know you're a little bit upset about the early ready up, but Lord, you give the get-go, so it's all within the rules. Just watch the Discord chat. But yeah, Carl, Did he disqualify? Yes, he did. He did not park his car right. So he is a little bit behind his grid box.
Alright, grid's warming up. Let's go.
So yeah, it is 5 red lights and lights out and away we go. And it's Kyle with a great start. Same goes for Frosty. And his dogs there next to DRS Maestro going side by side into turn 1. Same goes for the top 2. Kyle keeps the lead and now I took it off and there was little moments for Kyle as he loses the lead. Sean Frosty now in the lead. Dogs making up 2 positions from both the mistake of Kyle and the overtake on DRS Maestro. So we got a couple of overtakes going on. Seems to be James Ablett is also making overtakes. Lorgy and Kyle, Jake side by side. Jake getting the better of Lorgy, keeping the position. And Bronco has fallen all the way back on his hard tires. Did not get off very well. Lost 4 position, and is that is the Walters losing a little bit of the rear end out of the chicane. So no one is currently. Ooh, and I lost the rear end again. So Bronco, unfortunately my car is still there, which shouldn't be there. So ignore that one for now. I'll retire it in a moment. But Sean Frosty now leading the way with dogs behind him, Kyle behind dogs, with his mistake now in P3 and DRS Maestro in P4. Still everyone within DRS. But is that Kyle going for an overtake on dogs? Yes, he is. And there looks to be a little setback from Sean Frosty. He is lagging a little bit, giving the lead back to Kyle and dogs still in P2. DRS Maestro now moved up a place by the lag of Sean Frosty. P3 for this man. 2 championship rivals right next to each other. Now Larogi making the moves on Jake. Both Larogi and Jake going a little bit wide out of turn 4. And Jake now under pressure from Bronco on the hard tires.
I already see a lot of going over the line.
Yeah, you can go over the line, but make sure to go off throttle just slightly to make sure to not get track limits or invalidate your lap. Yes sir, and Cal TV has managed to drive away over a second now, meaning Dogs is now under pressure from DRS Maestro, although 6/10 will be a gap too big to make a move into turn 1 or really surprise us. No, but Sean Frosty will, and P4, can he make it P3? Side by side to turn 1 and gets a better exit. Ooh, little Lucy on the rear, little bit of wheel spin and gets P3. Meanwhile, Rome has spun out of turn 1. Was in the wall, does he have damage? Yes, he has. No right end plate on the kick Sauber. So on this track, yeah, you want to keep your wing as complete as possible. So when everyone has made a little gap, I will retire my car. Rome has left the session. Oh no.
Are you still driving, Gamboy?
My AI is, but I'm myself not, so I'm gonna retire the car any minute now. I can't find Rome in the friends list. Oh no. But yeah, Frosty now up on the rear of Dogs. Is Frosty gonna make a move onto Dogs now, giving him back P2? On the outside, Dogs lets him go for now. Breaks earlier and gets P3. Still a position ahead of DRS Maestro, his main rival, for our championship leader.
Ooh, Maestro almost hits the back of Dogs.
Very close indeed. DRS Maestro meanwhile has the gap behind to Laroger 3 seconds. James Ablett looks to be under pressure, and Dogs gets back.
Ooh, Sean
Dogs
Frost goes very wide.
goes very wide.
Lost control of his car as well.
And both Dogs and Maestro got him back. Now Dogs into P2 and Maestro into P3. Sean Frost now back into P4. And your favorite Jake.
And
first,
there goes the first. Yeah.
the first one to pick up a penalty. What you doing, man?
I think we're gonna see that a lot this race.
Bronco now up the ass of James Ablett, sniffing it. Does he want to go in it? I don't know, but he wants to go past for sure. Now 2 more corners to go before the rear wing flap opens up. And now Bronco on the power. Will he make a move into turn 1? Easy, as I would say. Very close indeed. And that's P6 for Bronco on the hard tires on the reverse strategy. Up front, DRS Meister keeping up the pressure on Dogs for the P2. Sean Frosty right behind him, and Kyle just enlarging the gap as it currently is. 2.3 seconds, 2.4, it is increasing. Looks like Dub Walters is very close for an attack, although, and he loses the back end, locks up the rear tires, lost his back end into that corner, into the chicane. So now he's out of the DRS zone again and has to do it all over. But the closest battle on track we have currently is the battle for P2, a 3-way fight between Dogs Maestro and Frosty. But looks to be DRS Maestro still too far behind to even think about a move into turn 1. How about Frosty?
Yeah, he's also waiting. Well, Bronco is also getting his way up on the hard tires as well.
Yes, he went for the reverse strategy, and it is still in the same starting position for him. Although he is closing up to Larodri. Larodri is also closing up to the top 3, top 4, as the gap was 3 seconds before, now 2.2. James Abbott now entered the DRS zone of Bronco. Will he make a surprise into the next lap? We shall see, we shall see. Oh no, he won't. James Abbott just made a mistake coming out of the corner. A little bit loosey-goosey, as they like to say. Sean Frosty, 2 tenths between DRS Maestro and Frosty. Does he want to go for the move here? I don't know, it's very risky, stays behind. Wants to get the DRS. Kyle increasing the gap even more and more and more. So, is it the time that the medium tires are starting to overheat? Looks to be that way. Kyle is just very preserving his tires for now. But yeah, is that Frosty going for a move? No, stays behind for now. And is very close to DRS Maestro. Will he go for the move into turn 2? No, he won't. This track is Monaco without the barriers. There are very limited overtaking possibilities.
But still a lot more than Monaco.
But still a lot more than Monaco, yes sir. I'm gonna wait for Prototroop to overtake my AI so I can retire the freaking car. Meanwhile, Dub Walters made a mistake. He spun out of turn 3. So now, still going back to this fight, Prototroop finally manages to overtake my AI, or is actually in contention. And still did not manage to do so, so I'm gonna retire the car anyway. I can't take control. What the hell is this? I can't take control over my own car. That's insane. Wow. I knew the game was bad, but in this state it's impossible to play. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Bronco making the overtake on Rodri. Those two have found each other on the track. Bronco with the DRS gets the position done, the overtake done. P5 for the man on the hard tires. So yeah, it is Larogri fighting Bronco and the top 4 fighting Dogs for P2. Meanwhile, Kyle is just gone at this point. He's just doing his own thing. Although he is very sensitive to those track limits in the past couple of races. Can he do so again this time around? I hope not. I would like to see him finish first for a time. But Dogs looks to be on the back. It's very slippery on those medium tires. They are cooking for him. They are cooking. There's Maestro taking advantage of the slippery from Dogs. And now into P2 for the man. Although side by side coming out of the corner. Dogs has the better exit out of turn 1. Defends into turn 2 and gets the position back. So that was some nice driving from these two. Frosty just sitting there waiting. Who's gonna make a mistake first, he says. Who's gonna do it first? So yeah, Larogri keeps hanging on to Bronco. I don't know what the state of that medium tire is, but that's not looking good. It may be time to pit soon enough. Me, myself, did a 2-stop 2 days ago for the win eventually. 2 times hard tires. And she's listening to my commentary, same as Dogs. And DRS Maestro. Those mediums are cooked. You have to go in at DRS Maestro. Oh, 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
What a shame.
Oh no!
Ruin his race.
Oh no! Anyway, back to Larogri. She's listening to Nah. Where is Dogs gonna come out? He is the first one to pit of the pack. Trying to do an undercut on Kyle TV as we may speak. Dogs comes out right behind Puladrug, who is still on the old medium tire. So yeah, Dog switched to hard tires. The DRS Maestro switched to medium tires. Interesting. Does he do another 9 lap on those and pit in lap 18 for another stint towards the end on the hard tires? Possibly, but you might be struggling on those. Medium tires are not the best around this track. Dog's making the best of his fresh tires right away as he overtakes Puladrug for P7. Alex Mime, meanwhile, has closed up towards your favorite Jake, still within DRS territory. About 7 tenths might be a bit too much going, although gap is 5 tenths now through the final corner. Jake is struggling, has the 3-second penalty. Meanwhile, DRS Maestro makes the overtake on Puladrug in the final corner. Very nice. And your favorite Jake parked it on the apex. Meanwhile, Dub Walters losing the position to Larogri. Larogri already pitted for fresh tires. And Puladrug is really struggling on this track with my AI, which is set on 40. If I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, my AI is still driving it. I can't take control of it currently and retired in the pits. If I could, I would have done it. And Jake, another 3 seconds. Looks to be the new sensitive man to those white lines. instead of Kyle. Kyle keeping his car within them. Meanwhile, Bronco has really closed up the gap to Sean Frosty. Frosty really struggling on those mediums. Is he overcooking those tires as well? We see a lot of people struggling on the mediums as LaRoger overtakes Pula Drake for P10. Dogs now on the back of Alex Mine. Will go for the overtake right here on his fresh tires. Can he do something about Jake as well into turn 2? Might do. Gets a better exit though, and he's going for it around the outside. Jake is not defending that one, lets him go. So P5 for Dogs. Can he make a undercut work on Kyle? Question mark. Can he do it? Meanwhile, DRS Maestro right behind the two, still needing to overtake the people who haven't boxed yet. Meanwhile, on James Ablett, HUD. It's a roar, and that's a half spin from the man, going sideways into the corner. The Sean Frosty is staying up. Bronco has closed up the gap in DRS territory right now. Neil Alex Mime overtakes. Overtakes Jake, but went in too deep, and Jake got him back in DRS Maestro right there. Bronco got past Frosty. Bronco now up into P2 on the reverse thread. Dogs overtaking James Ablett, P4 for the man. He really is pushing right now. Wants to increase his championship lead over the people behind him. DRS Maestro meanwhile overtaking Jake as well. And actually DRS Maestro also got a penalty now, from the looks of it. Oh yeah, of course, 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. I already forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, everyone is out of DRS territory right now. What is your verdict so far, Nanan, on this race?
Give me a minute. I'm eating a sandwich right now.
Okay, lovely for everyone to know, but sure, we will give you a minute. But yeah, Frosty unable to keep up with Bronco on the mediums. He's really struggling on those. Dogs is just munching the seconds out of the gap behind Frosty. He is coming. He is coming. DRS Maestro meanwhile overtaking James Ablett to the inside of the DRS straight. James Ablett a little on the grass. Avoids DRS Maestro only just. But nice racing between the two. Kept it out of each other. Don't want to crash into the back of them. LaRoger now meanwhile cashed up to Alex Mine, Jake and Ablett. Or actually Alex Mine and Jake. Ablett is a little bit further up ahead. But she needs to make those overtakes done. She needs to get past them as fast as possible. You don't want to do it in the chicane here. I mean, it's not impossible though, but you need to get the run up very good, which is not the case this time. And Jake and Mime. Oh, Mime hitting the back of Jake, causing LaRoger hitting the back of Mime. And now LaRoger gets past the both of them. But yeah, Mime just outbraked himself just a little bit and hit the back of Jake, causing him to spin. Frosty meanwhile in the pits. Which position is he gonna fall back to now towards the hard tires? He probably wants to finish the race on these tires. And he will come back out in position number 8, number 7, right behind LaRoger. And look at the gap. Dogs has now a very large gap towards Frosty. But Dogs might be going for 2-stop here as I recommended. Now he's closing up the gap to Bronco and Jake and Puladruk are fighting in the pits. We're coming out right behind each other, very close between these two drivers. So Frosty now on the back of LaRogerie. He likes the rear end. He likes the look of it. He likes to sniff it. Does he want to get in it? No, you want to get past it. Where is he gonna do it? He's gonna probably do it on the main straight. While Kyle makes the pit stop onto the hard tires for him. Probably doing a one stop as well, but Dogs is overtaking him on track. Dogs now back virtually into P1. But Frosty now right behind Luigi. 4/10 the gap on the straight. DRS wide open. Overtake button enabled. And he flies past the woman into P6 for the Ferrari man. Well done.
I'm back.
How was your sandwich?
It was nice. It was pretty good.
Okay, no further questions. So, yeah.
Well, let's get into the race. DRS miles for 10 seconds from speeding into the pit lane. Favorite Jake, also 6 seconds. 2 times of track limits, I guess?
Yes, sir. Meanwhile, my AI as pitted will I unfortunately cannot retire. I can't repeat it enough times.
EA Sports.
If I could, I would, but I couldn't. At least, no, as you can see, I can't take control of my own car, which is insane. Meanwhile, Sean Frosty overtaking James Ablett for P5.
We got James Ablett, didn't have to stop yet. Bronco didn't stop yet. Bronco at P1.
Bronco on a reverse threat though, as he started on the hard tires, but Lavardi and James Ablett going side by side through the final corner. And that's a very, very lovely move of Lavardi around the outside. Kyle meanwhile overtaking Dogs on the outside of turn 2. Can he stick his car there? Yes, he will. Keep it in P2 for now. Dogs not sitting right behind him. Unfortunately, Rome has not yet joined back, or probably won't be joined back anytime soon. Unfortunately, but Bronco now under pressure, 6 seconds. The gap between him and Carl TV, who has boxed 4 fresh hearts in the last lap. So yeah, Dogs still trying to keep it within DRS. We know this man is on 6 lap older tires, but can he keep it close to Kyle? He wants to do the horse and carriage maneuver, Kyle being the horse in this case, and Dogs will be pulled like a carriage in the DRS zones.
Kyle is really fast. The first few laps were really fast for him as well.
He is quite quick here, one of the quickest of tier 2. Might be looking for a promotion to tier 1 after the season.
Maybe that's what is his position in the leadership?
Virtually?
No, yeah, or
Carl TV's last race was Austria, which was a win from DRS Maestro from all the people. Dogs keeping it P2 with a 1,000th advantage over Larodri.
Wow. Photo finish.
Not really though. Dogs had a 3-second penalty. Which, yeah, he went over the line first, but DRS Maestro got ahead of him because of it. And Laroge, yeah, 1,000, just like nothing. Polar Jerk now has managed to get towards the rear end of the Vultures. You don't want to get to a move in Sector 2, as that would be suicide. Laroge was in DRS zone, DRS territory, just lost it in the final 2 corners. towards Frosty.
What happened to Frank? He left or?
I saw him leaving the lobby, and unfortunately he didn't join back. I didn't see any messages from him either in the Discord. So, yeah.
Little race quit maybe?
No clue, no clue. But Polar Droog now. DRS wide open. 7/10 is maybe a little bit too much, although he is gaining massive time on this straight. Can he do something towards turn 2? Looks like the Volters might be having the traction down, so no move coming up anytime over here.
Well, Kyle is going for the overtake on Bronco.
Yeah, Bronco still on the old tires, still needs to make a pit stop. Kyle did make a pit stop already and gets ahead of Bronco. Now he's not only virtually but also physically in P1 back again. And now it's up to Dogs. Can he keep it in P2 for the remainder of the race? 10 lap old hard tires for him, as those mediums were very struggling to drive with at the beginning phase of the race. But as I say, James Ablett did 19 laps on him.
And DRS Maestro is behind Dogs with a 10-second penalty.
And it is noticeable though, as I just joined his screen and spins out out of turn 1. James Ablett.
No, he didn't. Did he?
He did. Into the wall, but no damage, I believe. Can't see as we have amazing cameras.
I don't see any damage at his wings.
No, although the car is very dirty. Did some lawn mowing on this track earlier. So Cal TV meanwhile puts in the fastest lap of the race as expected. Already 3.7 seconds the gap after one lap. Jesus Christ. Dogs is turning into Bronco now. Frosty DRS Maestro is going for another pit stop. Has to wait 10 seconds before they can touch his car. This is gonna hurt him massively. Massively, I'm telling you.
I'm wondering what Bronco's strategy will be. When is he gonna come in for his mediums, I guess? Yeah, it will be mediums.
It will be probably around lap 25, I reckon. You want to stay out of those hard tires as long as you possibly can, as the mediums are not the tire to be on. As we just saw an example with James Ablett, me going towards his camera and bang, spins out the corner. I mean, what are the chances?
Well, everybody else is on the hard tires.
Everyone is on hard tires. James still needs to make a pit stop. Don't know what his threat is. I actually have no clue. But Bronco now goes in the pits. So it's not lap 25, it's lap 21. 4 laps the difference. So he's gonna do the remaining 14 laps on the medium tires.
I'm wondering. Oh, what is he doing?
What is who doing?
Well, Bronco just blacked out of my screen. Oh, but he is still driving. Okay. Yeah.
He is very much still driving. Came out of the pits P5 on fresh medium tires. Meanwhile, DRS Maestro gets into the pits, and James Ablett finally decides to pit.
P5.
Geez, 21 laps on those tires must be horrendous. And he goes to medium tires again. Now he needs to do another stop for sure. Oh my god. Is it? Did he not make another stop? No, James Ablett went from mediums to mediums.
We have a yellow on.
And Jake retired in the pits. Your favorite Jake retired in the pits.
Ah, too bad.
Did not see it anymore.
It's gonna hurt him in the standings.
So yeah, Bronco has finally pitted. Roger is going for the 2-stop as I mentioned, as I recommended. She might be in advantage to the guys ahead now, as those tires of dogs might be looking to burn off anytime soon now. But yeah, what do you think Bronco can do with his fresh medium tires? Can he catch Frosty and possibly even dogs?
Oof. Just gonna have a look at the gap.
Ooh, and James Ablett around the outside of Polo Druger on the final corner. There was a 7.5 around the outside. Jeez. Still made it work though. So there was a very excellent move.
Ooh,
and still
braking
there.
very late. Braking very
And now
late.
fighting with Bill Walters. Is he gonna make a pass down into turn 2? He's too far away now. And goes into the back of Bill Walters. Nah, you have to give the position back. Well, there you go.
Polo Dog also
give the position back. Yes, Bill Walters. Polo Drew gets back at James Ablett. James Ablett not on the pole as he gave back the position to Bill Walters.
That was really aggressive.
That was a 7.5, man. But yeah, Bronco really making steps forward towards Sean Frosty. DRS Maestro now putting the pressure on LaRogerie. With his 10-second penalty now encased into the pit lane, now behind LaRogerie. LaRogerie on the 2-lap pressure tires.
And James 2 seconds.
And James lost it.
Penalty.
James lost it in turn 12. We don't know what happened there. Does he have damage? Yes, James has damage. His right rent plate is missing. So he definitely hit something. Was it Dob Walters again or Pola Drew?
Yeah, and he spins again into the pit wall.
No, he did not.
He did.
And creates even more damage.
And he didn't even went in.
I don't want to be rude or anything, but I'm not going to say mental damage like I used to before. So I'm going to say foaming damage? Foaming damage?
At this track you really need your wings. It's
like I said, Monaco without the walls. Really need to keep it on the track, mate. Don't want to get any damage whatsoever on this track, as it is a very high downforce. But DRS Maestro now on the back of LaRogerie. In P5, there's a battle for P5. Meanwhile, we keep an eye out for Bronco as well, as he is making just 1 second to go before DRS territory of Sean Frosty. But your DRS Maestro and LaRogerie goes a little bit sideways out of turn 4. Maybe took a little bit too much inside curve there, we don't know, we just missed it. But your DRS, we saw it on DRS's POV. Yeah, Kyle TV just straight up dominating this race so far. Had a little inch move at the start of the race, but here he is. 10 seconds ahead of Dogs. Ten laps to go, including this one. And we have our top 3 very divided, as both 10 laps, 10 seconds from Carl to Dogs, and 11 seconds from Dogs to Frosty. DRS for the overtake on the inside of turn 1. Can LaRogerie respond to that? Can LaRogerie come back at him? No, she cannot, but Pola Drogmima puts in another track limit warning, giving him a 3-second penalty. And it looks to be up until Dot Walters, everyone has been left from behind by Cal TV. Unfortunately, we would love to see some closer racing. But Bronco is not making the bigger steps anymore like he used to at the start of the stint. Is he starting to struggle on those mediums already, 4 laps in?
Oh, he looks quiet.
And is now fighting James Ablett for track position, even though James Ablett is a lap behind.
Bronco's still quite stable in the car.
It's still quite stable, yeah, for sure. I mean, we never know. I've driven this track myself 2 days ago, and the mediums were just horrendous, at least for me.
Yeah, I saw it because you were driving against me as well. Not even with the league race, but you also just... You did a 50% as well?
I don't remember, but probably we did. But LaRoger now closing in the gap back on DRS Maestro. This fight is not over yet. LaRoger wants to get that P5 back sooner rather than later. Cuts a little bit off the grass there. That's a very expensive Renault lawnmower, not gonna lie.
It was today, by the way. They were all ghosted. Remember it?
Who's ghosting?
We did a race today. They were all ghosted. There was also
Oh, yes, we did.
on this track.
It was a 35% practice race. Not for me, though. Just doing
Not so much of a practice.
Wasn't too much of a practice, no. But yeah, Bronco has catched up to Frosty. 7/10 the gap now. Meanwhile, LaRoger has her rear wing open. DRS Maestro has no battery. He is burning everything he has to stay ahead. This is too far away to make a move into turn 2. So now back to Bronco. He is losing touch of Sean Frosty. He is now outside of the second again. He really needs the DRS to be competing with him for podium position.
Well, Frosty locks up quite heavily.
And what's that rain?
It is
raining. It's raining.
The last 5 laps it's gonna rain.
This is gonna be a grand finale to the race. A little bit of rain to spice it up. Did not expect this whatsoever, but here we are.
I saw a little flash in it.
I noticed it too. And we indeed have some rain. And James Ablett left the session. Oh no. What happened? Let me invite him back real quick. Oh, where is he? Here he is. There you go. Bronco now managed to get closer this time.
Ooh.
Very close. And Sean Frosty is locking up. He's locking up in a couple of corners now. But is it wise to be on the medium tires when the rain starts falling? You're gonna burn them tires even more. And James Ablett did finally manage to get back in the session. And Bronco really struggling with the traction now as the rain has started to fall down. This is gonna be an exciting last 6 laps of the race. And surprisingly, even to my surprise, Kyle has not yet a penalty for track limits. Interesting.
Why should he?
Because he did it basically every time before this race. Not wanna speak any bad of you, my man, but it did happen quite a lot. But good of you to stake it within the track limits this time. Very good to see.
He looks cruising.
He should be. He doesn't want to make any mistakes now.
Well, the rain is gonna make it tricky for everyone.
It indeed is tricky for everyone, but dearest Maestro and Lavorgerie both on the freshest tires of the field. Will they have a little advantage here when the rain starts falling? Although 18 seconds might be a very big gap to close out on 5 laps.
Bronco is closing up right now. Last corner. Heading onto the straight.
And Bronco, as we can see, they're struggling on the traction.
Yeah, and he is struggling with his mediums. Well, he closes up.
So yeah, Bronco fighting Frosty for a potential podium position. Or for a podium position, for a potential podium. Meanwhile, Rodri is also here. He's not letting DRS go. And DRS has, on this point, now more battery than Lavorgi. Not one of Lavorgi's tracks, as she told me before the race. So we can't blame her for being not at the front today. But still lovely to see her fight DRS Maestro for a P5.
Nice corner for Lavorgi.
Behind her, a massive gap to Alex Mine, which probably is not his track either, and everyone behind is not either. So that's very difficult track, as I mentioned before, and especially now the rain has starting to drop.
Bronco's gonna try it again on a straight start. And again, the exit of the last corner is not...
It's not excellent though, but
it's not as good as the other ones.
He keeps it. He keeps the car in contention. That's the main focus right now. He probably wants to do the overtake in the last lap, or he wants to do it as soon as possible. But he wants to get the overtake done before the last lap. And here's fighter Maestro and Lavorgi fighting. Where's Lavorgi? There she is. I lost her, but she's right in front of DRS Maestro and Lavorgi. Now into P5.
Braking very late from DRS.
Was indeed late braking, but still kept the car out of the hands of Lavorgi. As there is a giant mosquito in my room. Unfortunately. Jeez. But we have 3 laps to go, including this one. Carl just started the lap number 33, 18 seconds in front of Dogs, who's looking to be settling in for a P2 today. Oh, he is struggling with the traction also. It went sideways through the final corner. Who, Frosty and Bronco might be having a chance for P2 today. We shall see, we shall see.
Well, DRS has a full battery. Oh, and slips a little bit out of the last corner.
Rain seems to be severe now, almost inter territory. Only no one is mad enough to go to inters, as it will be giving you nothing whatsoever. So yeah, Bronco has lost touch of Sean Frosty. Unfortunately, would love to see them fight, although it never came really. Lavorgi and DRS Maestro are still fighting. Lavorgi made an overtake last lap on Maestro.
Is actually the only one fighting in the whole race? At this point?
As it stands for now, yes. As Kyle just started his penultimate lap, 2 laps to go. Will Dogs be able to keep P2 in front of Frosty? And will Lavorgi will be able to keep P5 in front of DRS Maestro? Those are the two most important battles currently on the track. So yeah, now back to DRS POV as he goes silent for the final corner. DRS Meister just blown his possibility to overtake Laroji down here up within a millisecond.
And he must be lucky that DRS is still...
He kept it out of the wall. He kept it out of the wall. Very good job to keep it out of the wall. Although now he lost touch to Laroji. Is Laroji now keeping it in P5 for the remainder of the 1.5 laps? Sean Frosty is rapidly closing up to Dogs, but I don't think he will be having the DRS into turn 1.
What happened with Dogs?
He lost all grips whatsoever. He is struggling, as you can see from Doggy POV.
Doggy POV.
Well, 1.5 said Sean Frosty's right there. His Dog's gonna lose his P2.
It surely looks like it. He lost all of his pace.
Final lap now, final lap. Frosty has 1 lap to get P2 from Doggy. And both are struggling. Both are struggling. Both can't get the traction down into turn 2. Now, Dogs is going sideways pretty much through every corner. But Frosty, he is lurking. He is lurking. He wants to say, "Spin, please. Give me the position." And yeah, from the looks of it, Laroji is staying ahead of DRS Maestro unless an unfortunate accident will be happening. Hopefully not.
Ooh, and Dogs almost lost it again.
These two are fighting to the death, and that's another leg from Frosty.
Ooh, that's a...
And another one. Cal TV Milo. Cal TV Milo wins the Hungarian Grand Prix with a very large lead over Dogs, who has the luck on his side for a Sean Frosty leg into the final sector. And goes fast, and he's out of fuel. Dogs was out of fuel. P2 still, Frosty right behind. That's our podium for today. Bronco finishes up in P4. Laroji will be P5 and DRS will be P6. They're also fighting behind as well, I believe, with some penalties. James Ablett with his penalties still driving. But Polar Juke, yeah. Wow, the rain at the end made it everything different.
GG for Cal.
That was a tier 1 performance, as I would say. So well done, Kyle, on your victory, and of course the Dogs and Frosty on the podium. It was quite a difficult race to manage, as we see some large gap between the drivers and very minimal fights on the track. Although the rain at the end spiced some things up to still make it
a little up with Dogs as well. It made it really hard for him.
Yeah, to still make it exciting for Dogs and Laroji for the fight, but for P2 and P5. So yeah, our finishers, we have Kyle TV, Dogs, and Sean Frosty on the podium. Behind them in the top 10 we have Branko, Laroji, DRS Maestro, Alex Mine, Dob Walters, Polar Juke, James Ablett. And outside of the top 10 is Roman, your favorite Jake. And you see my name in P8, but that will be disqualified as I'm not participating in the race whatsoever. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it. If you do want to check it out for next week as well for Spain, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of us. and we will see you next week for Tier 2
GG to the
Spain.
winners.
GG to the winners. See you later, guys.
Ciao, ciao.